Because when you dampen, when you go, and you add that little bit of weight to the voice, not drop it, not go, Hi, I'm Draven Gray with The Unleashed Singer, where we combine over 50 years' experience as professional singers, songwriters, producers, performers, recording engineers, and more to help you become the singer you've always wanted to be. So one thing I hear a lot is people want a stronger singing voice. Do you want a stronger singing voice? More power, more weight, bigger and louder. Let me show you how. The good news is that most of that sound comes from shaping the vocal tract for the sound. Not from push, not from lots, belting's a shape. Let me say that. Belting is a shape first, then the support of that shape. So no matter the loudness, it's the shape that's giving you that example. For instance, if I sing loud, hey, that's more heavy in my breath support, heavy in my throttle, heavy in my mass, then it creates a specific shape. If I'm calling out like that, I feel everything open up. It opens up really big, and it has some compression in front of it. So I dampened the larynx a bit, expanded the pharynx area, the soft palate kind of went up. Everything got bigger. The resonance chamber got bigger. And then I had, my mouth even got bigger, and I had compression going forward. Hey! So if I do that lighter and create that same shape, hey! At a medium light, let's say medium light mass, medium light throttle, hey! Hey! You probably can't tell because my mic is compressed and it's kind of evening out the volume level there. But that was much lighter, and I could do that for hours without wearing myself out. Now, I like to do it more to medium mass or medium amount of support. Hey! Hey! Just because I like the pressure that gives me. But you probably can't really hear much of a difference. It's the shape. Just the shape. So call out, get that shape, feel what it's like, and then recreate that shape at a lighter amount of support. It might take you a second to find it, but I bet you can. But just shaping doesn't mean you'll be able to do it, honestly. I gotta say that. It's you really need enough muscle to hold that position. And it's not that you're flexing into it, it's that you need the thickness of the muscles to make that easier. The bad news, well, it's good news too. It's like any muscle building, you have to train. You have to train. So it's a simple answer, but it means you've got to do some work. There's no need to yell, strain, pull a lot of chest upward, use a ton of breath support, forcing it to happen. You simply need to train for stronger and thicker muscles. And like any muscle group, the more you train, the stronger you get, the thicker the muscles get, and the less it feels like lifting heavy weights. You'll even build more endurance and have more leeway to go too strong without wearing yourself out. So shape first. You may need some muscle to help you hold that shape on certain pitches, especially up high. But you can train for that. One of the best exercises for building strength in your voice is, I'm a certified instructor with the Vocalist Studio, and on one of the onsets, one of the beginning setups of the musculature and the vocal tract, one of those onsets that we use is dampen and release. It's named after dampening the larynx just a little bit. Because when you dampen, when you go, and you add that little bit of weight to the voice, not drop it, not go, not get dopey, but that little bit of dampening in the larynx. It engages the strap muscles more. It engages the TA muscles more. So the strap muscles that hold your larynx in place, it engages those more. It engages the TA muscles, the thyroid arytenoids that thicken up the vocal folds and give you that chesty sound. And give you more surface area to get that chesty sound. It engages the vocalis, which open and closes the vocal folds. You're basically engaging everything you would do to call out and to belt. All of that's getting engaged. So you're working out all of those muscles. Now, you could get into a dampen and release onset. Dampen and release is like the dampening is the onset, releasing is the vowel. You're releasing into a singing vowel. So you could get into that with any plosive, g, th, d, k. Anything, a plosive is like a phonation that's, or like a consonant that's followed by an explosion of air. You think of it that way. I like to use b. I like to use a b the most because it tends to dampen the larynx really easily. So when you go b, it pulls down on the larynx a bit and engages all that musculature. What I want you to try it on single pitches, try it on fifths, try it on octaves, do it with scales. It doesn't matter. Just do it regularly. And here's what we're doing. Let's say for men, let's do a sliding fifth. B, b, b. It's strong singing. It's loud singing, and it's a little resistance, not shouting. You're trying to build muscle. You're going hard, not heavy. You don't want to shout. So, b. Keep that larynx dampened a bit. B. Okay, and then you go up, half step. B. B. If that's not working for you, if that's too high for you, women, I know that's not too high for you yet. But for men, start a little lower. Start where you're able to do it. B. And then you start pulling chest across your first break in your voice. B. B. And I know I said you didn't have to pull chest. That's actually correct. For a strength exercise where you're trying to engage some musculature, get some resistance, and build musculature, you need to pull chest. When you're singing, you don't need to flex. If it's not thick enough, you're feeling like you're having to put a lot more effort into it, then you need to be training to build that muscle. In the song, it's just a shape. So do it regularly. Do that dampen and release. Like I said, octaves, sliding fifths, scales, single notes. Do it like 3 to 5 times a week for 20 to 30 minutes. That's actually a lot to do just a strength exercise. But doing it hard, not heavy. Don't shout, just get loud. Within that amount of time, just think you want resistance, not strain. So within that amount of time, you're going to start to notice some results. 3 to 5 times a week, 20 minutes maybe. So start around your first natural break as your high note that you're using. Let's say you're doing a scale, that top note of the scale or the top note of the sliding fifth, the top note of the octave is going to be where the break in your voice is. For men, that's around here, the E4. For women, around the A4. That's where you're going to set. Maybe start around there, or start where you're just going right over where you would break. If you were too light, your voice would break. Okay, start there and go up 1/2 step at a time and pull chest. Go to the top of your range. Go to where it starts to fall apart, where it's really hard to do, but you're still not shouting to do it. Try that top note where it's falling apart. Try that a few times. And remember, like any other weightlifting, building muscle strength takes time and effort. You might even feel muscle soreness the next day. Just take a short break to recover. That's okay. You're building muscle up. Maybe you went too hard that time. Next time you need to lighten it up. I doubt it though. I imagine if you're sore one day, the next time after you recover, the next time you do it, you're not going to be sore the next day again. Maybe that's the second time, the third time you do it. You won't be sore the next time. You're starting to build that muscle. Give it a few weeks. I have no doubt, like any other exercise, you'll notice some real results. Stronger, less heaviness in your voice and technique, and more weight in your sound color. And honestly, if it feels too heavy, back away a little bit. As you go up, if that feels like you're having to put a whole lot more effort into it, back away a little bit. That's okay. You're building more strength over time. You're not trying to just muscle and lift a super heavy weight. It's hard, not heavy. And going up really high, you're going to notice you're really starting to back off. Because that high note, those really high notes, You can't go as strong on. Your muscles can't handle a ton of strength up there until you build it over a long period of time. There's going to be a point where you're not able to pull chest at that level of strength, even after you've practiced it for months. You have to back away a little bit. So your maximum on those higher notes might be a little less than they were on the lower notes. That's okay. Back away if you have to. Build the strength over time. Now, if you understand this, put it into your training routine. Come back and let me know the results you're getting. Come back and comment. Comment now if you're already noticing a difference in your voice just from doing some bass. And get a singing teacher. Get somebody to help walk you through this and building your voice and building towards your goals and really helping you build your training routine around where you want to go and sing the songs you want to sing because they know how to do it too. Check out rocksinginglessons.com and unleashsinger.com. Those we have a whole team of teachers that can teach you this stuff. But whatever you do, start training and then start shaping for that belt. I'll see you soon.